Exit 290 live. We working.
Yo, what's happening, man? Y'all know where we at, man.
Y'all
Exit 290 live, man.
Baby.
It's your boy Dirty T with your boy.
Tater Red, baby.
You already know what's going on, man. We got somebody here for y'all tonight.
Oh, man.
This woman is, man, remarkable. Like,
Yes.
I'm telling y'all, man, she gonna tell y'all all about herself and everything she got going on. Because I can't count on one
She's
hand.
my sister-in-law too.
I can't count on one hand the amount of stuff that she got going.
I'm trying to tell you,
Thank
y'all
you.
gonna learn something tonight. Anybody out there trying to be a writer or sales, you want to tell your story, but you want to write a book or something. This is the show they want to see.
Yes, so
This lady right here done wrote one book and she's writing another one. It'll be out when I think June.
June.
Okay, well,
So,
we
June.
gotta introduce herself. How
Yeah,
about
yeah. What about Miss Consuela Trammell?
Oh.
Miss
Miss, so that means you
single.
single.
Oh.
Yes.
All right now.
All right, y'all.
Yes,
Watch
single.
out.
Hey, watch out, man.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
we're gonna start this thing out by letting you tell us a little bit about you, like where you from, where you come
Okay.
from, how it's been for you, and getting to where you at now. You know what I mean? So you kick it out whenever you ready.
Okay. Well, of course, my name is Consuela Trammell, and I'm from Rome originally, but I live in Dallas, Georgia. I've been there 9 years. And so I used to be a social worker here at the psychiatric hospital. So I moved there for a job when they shut the hospital down. I've been there since. So that's why I live. I do have a nonprofit ministry, which is called the Grace House, and it caters to women that are incarcerated. A lot of support services. We do health and nutrition. I have a licensed counselor, a trauma counselor. Everything is virtual online. So if anyone needs the service, everything is free. We do credit, help people restore their credit. Home buyers, everything, and it's all free to anyone that needs the services. And then, of course, I am ordained as a minister too. And then a lot of people don't really know that, but a minister, I'm a teacher of the Word of God. And then, I also have a singles ministry that I'm starting now to teach people how to embrace singleness when you're waiting on God to send you who you have.
Yeah,
To who He has for you.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Embrace singleness while you're waiting on God.
Yeah.
That's big.
Mhm.
I think that is it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about something else, Miss Consuela.
Okay.
Let me get myself together. Mrs.
MS period.
Miss.
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 Don't miss it no more.
Right.
Don't miss it no more. She look like
Hey,
got mad with him.
You right. You
Don't
right.
miss it no more.
Okay. Let me get myself together. Let me get straight.
Right.
I was actually looking for this card in my wallet because I just had a lady just a few minutes ago before we got started that came in, and she's actually from Cartersville, but she's a plus size vendor, and she was telling me that her sister had a lot of that going on as far as in helping the women and all of this, and I didn't know if y'all could be related or anything like that, so I was looking for her name, but it's not on here. So we're gonna come back to that later on.
Okay.
But back to what I was saying. Miss Trammell.
Miss Trump.
Yes.
Miss Trammell.
Yes.
Let's talk about you're a book writer. Let's get into that.
Okay.
So you write books.
Yes.
Right.
Or when you wrote a book.
Yes, I
You
wrote a
got
book.
another book coming out.
I do.
So let's talk about your first book.
Okay.
First of all, what is the name of your first book?
Well, it's Love and Betrayal. My
Love
journey.
and Betrayal.
My journey from pain to purpose.
I've read it. It's a great book.
Wait.
Don't think that it's all about just women.
Right.
Well,
You can read it too if I
Right.
did.
And I'm learning that.
I know that, but let's back up.
Go ahead.
Let's back up. Everybody know, okay, it's a great book. We know that now, so y'all need to get it. But anyway, before we get to that point, what inspired you to write Love and Betrayal? And, I don't want you to tell the whole book, or tell the whole story, what made you write this book. But a lot of people, I understand you telling some personal things about you in this book.
Yes.
You really just airing your business, giving it to people
Yes.
that could possibly relate.
Yes.
So what I want to know is, what inspires you to just say, you know what? I think I'm just gonna put this out here in the air and just let people read it. What?
Yeah.
You know,
what made you drop
what made you in your heart,
Mm-hmm.
you know, get to the point where you said, I'm gonna write this book and share it with people?
Well, when I was the director of training and development over all the smart styles, over the the Walmarts inside of the salon side of the Walmarts, you see a lot of women stylists because I'm licensed as a cosmetologist as well. I'm a licensed educator. Yeah, I do. I actually do. I do. I have a coaching business as well.
You gotta get your hustle on. But go ahead.
Yeah, and so I'm an educator as well, a trichologist. I have some of everything. And so I'm just working with the women in the store. You see a lot of women that's broken, a lot of women in relationships that they've been hurt. And all along I was in my relationship, and I was supposed to get married in 2019, August of 17. But I wound up not getting married, because this book inspired me. I was just in a relationship, and someone I loved for 7 years and 11 months. That's a long time. A long time, and I'm a loyal person, and so I wasn't really getting it reciprocated. And so when we broke up, I'm not going to get. So I wasn't really getting it reciprocated, and so when we broke up, I'm not going to give. They have to really read the book on why we broke up. But the love is just showing that how you can love someone. The betrayal is how I was betrayed. I was betrayed, and you have to read the book to see how I was betrayed, to know what was going on, and that really pushed me into my purpose, because a lot of times we can be in relationships that may not be what God has for us, no matter how long. But you can be a really, really good woman, but just not for that person. And we don't have to. And when we know our worth, we don't really have to convince people that we're a good woman. We can be the greatest woman in the world, but if that man is not ready, then he's not going to accept you as that, great woman. And so, and so the pain I said, so I want to help women to understand how I made it through, because people say, you strong. Like, how did you get? I said, God, I had to really bury myself into God to walk away, because I wasn't going to walk away, but I had to. I had to walk away, and so I deserve more. I'm worthy. I deserve more. And when you learn your worth, you don't give discounts. And I walked away. And so therefore, I wrote the book to let other women know. And that's where, like it says, men, they can understand, when you have someone good, hurt, when you hurt someone, it is bad. It is.
And you wanted to share that with
And I wanted to share that with people.
Well, let me ask you this, Ms. Trammell. I hear what you're saying, and I understand it. What would you say to a young woman out here that got in the same situation you was in, and they love that man, and I'm gathering that you really would do anything for them, and they was willing to do anything for their boyfriend?
Well, I want to say just anything. I don't mean to cut you.
Okay, go ahead.
Not anything, but
not anything. But I'm saying you love this man. When you love somebody, you really to go.
You will.
You loved him, right?
Yeah, I did. I loved him.
So you really would go all the way, almost all the way for him.
Building and everything.
So that's a stronghold on somebody.
It is.
It is. That's hard to break away from.
It is. Yeah.
So what would you say to a young woman that was in the same situation you was in, that wants to, they don't know how to break that stronghold like you did. I know you mentioned God, and I'm gonna tell you something. For everybody out there, that's me too. God is, everything. I pray every day, but
yes,
I don't know how you done it, but please share that with these women out here, or men that's out here in a relationship that
don't know which way to go.
Yeah,
don't know how to deal with it. How'd you fix it?
I'm through fasting and prayer.
Oh, you fast?
Through fast and prayer. When I fast, and pray, and kind of got into my quiet spot, I start, when you start praying and fasting, you start realizing and God start like allowing you to see things, your past, and allow you to see, you are worthy of the same kind of love that you give. You are worthy of that, and so I always know that you are, because some women don't think they are. That we can love a person so much, but they don't think that they can receive the same kind of love we give. Exactly. And it's out there. We just have to wait, and that's why.
For men too.
Yeah, it's out there.
You know what I mean? Because it's some men that's broken, and some men don't know which way to go. You know what I mean? He might be stuck in between this relationship and that relationship and don't know which way to go. You know what I mean? But once he knows his worth, then he knows which way he should go. Hey man, I ain't trying to tell you nothing. Don't try to pull my card. Don't try to pull my card.
Anyway,
you already know what's going on.
I know that, big brother. But listen, Miss Trammell, I understand. I like, I get it. So you had to fast and you had to pray about it, and God released you from that stronghold that man had on you.
Yeah,
and you wanted to tell some of these sisters out here what you were dealing with, so you wrote that book.
Yeah.
So now I understand that you wrote you're currently writing another book that's about to be published out here in the middle.
Exactly. What can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm actually going to write more after this, but I don't want to kind of give too much away.
Okay.
You know, I'm saying the one that's coming out in June is called Embracing Singleness. And so I was just doing it for the females, but my publisher said you're going to have to give something to the men because he's a man. Right. And he said because I love the book. Yeah, exactly. And he said I love this book.
Yeah, we got
I'm married.
Right. Yeah, you married. Right, but for the singles.
I'm just saying there's some single mothers out here that need to embrace it also. He's absolutely right.
And so the first volume, so he encouraged me to do a volume 1 and 2. So volume 1 will be for the women, and volume 2 will be for the men.
I love it.
It'll be for the men.
Okay, before we go any further, I want to pause for a moment, and I want you to tell everybody how can they get one of these books? How can they get any of these books? What somebody said that if you out there tonight and you want to buy this, I'm telling you, it's an excellent read. You're gonna love it. She's giving her life to you.
Yes.
So how can they buy it?
How can they get it?
They can go to my website, which is ConsuelaTrammell.com, and then they can go to Amazon. But they also can Google me because there's like 4 or 5 other platforms.
You doing
Google? You can Google.
When you can Google somebody,
you can Google her.
I be glad they can Google me. When you can Google somebody, they doing something. They doing something big. So tell us one more time. They can Google you.
They can Google me, or they can go to ConsuelaTrammell.com, Amazon, but if they Google, they'll get the other 3 or 4 platforms that have picked up my book. It's even in Spanish. They've picked that up as well. So it's pretty much moving. It's pretty much moving.
Man, that's working, man.
It's moving.
Say,
you know what?
290, we working.
Yeah.
You know what comes to my mind right now. I want you. I don't want you to, the game to be sold, not told. However, if somebody out there right now wanting to do what you do, they want to write a book, they want to get it published. So, could you share how do you do your writing? Do you sit out in front of a microphone and say all this stuff and somebody write it for you, or do you write it yourself? And then after you get it,
how you get it published?
How you get it published?
Well, I write it myself. What I used to do is journal, but when I journal, it's like I'm writing it twice because I have to turn around and type it. Yeah. So what I do is just sit at my desk and I type in Word, but I always have to take a break because it's like when I'm out, it's like God downloads so much in me, so I put the notes in my phone. Yeah. I can be in my car, and then I just remember every note, put it in my phone. I put it in my phone, so then I get home, I kind of add to that. And so that's what I do in the midst of my working days. I kind of sit down and just type my book.
Basically, you keep this on your mind all the time.
I do.
When you're driving.
When I'm driving.
To and from work or wherever you're going, it's on your mind.
Yes.
And you put it in your phone. And then you get home and then you write it and then type it. So people out there, you got to understand, this is not just a sometime, thing. She does this all day. All day.
It's an all-day process.
Yes.
But as far as in getting it published, like, how would you go about that?
Well, I have a publisher. A lot of people self-publish, which you can. So, being that I was fairly new to writing books, I seeked out a publisher, and he's actually a minister. He has All Nations Radio, so he's through All Nations. It's international, so that's how the things will go international. So what I do is I just write and I send transcript to him, and he do everything. My cover, I don't have to touch nothing but write. So he just does send it to him, and he publish. He create the cover and send it to me. Ask how I like it. Is it a go? If it's a go, then they do the proofreading. They do everything, proofreading, everything, and it's fairly affordable. Exactly. It's fairly affordable,
And you are willing to get this guy to, as far as what you say, the game sold. You willing to get that guy to like anybody else trying to do this?
Yeah, like if a young woman come up to you and say,
I want to publish my book.
Miss Trammell, I've read both of your books and I love them. I bought both of them, and I got something to say. Will you help me? What would you do?
I share my publisher. I get that now. They jump in the inbox and say, hey, how they on Facebook. That's how a lot of people find me. They'll say, did you like it? How did you right there? And I share it. And so he's picking up a lot more people too. So I do. I networking is important.
So you
I am. God is amazing. I am.
Well, as far as it right now, do you want to touch in or tap into anything else that you got going on? Like tell everybody what you got going on other than just book writing and helping the women.
Yeah.
Give us, tell us all of it.
Right.
Tell us everything that you do, because it's like I don't know if I can keep up with. I ain't got enough
time. You got so many things going on, and you know what? It's a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
Because you're a giver. When I'm listening to you, you mention a lot of free, and you mention a lot of helping, and God, and This is to me, that's what it's all about. You got to give in order to receive. I believe that.
Yeah.
And so, like you said, is there anything else you want us to know about you? As far as because people want to know a little bit. They want to know.
Like I know for sure that you are a life coach.
I am.
She actually came and had a book signing here at the store, Exit 290. Y'all know we working. We always working, man. We got the store, the barbershop, studio.
Always working.
But she came and did a book signing, and me and her actually had a conversation, and I found out that she was a life coach. So you want to tell us
what a life coach is?
That's also on Google as well, but I have a business page on Facebook. But it's Queens Academy. Even though it's Queens, God has allowed me to add the guys too, because I've been getting guys to help with their business. So it's personal development coach, and I'm a business coach, a life coach, a spiritual coach, and as well as a relationship coach. I can tell you about the relationship I've been through.
Man,
and so I help with businesses, like if they want to legalize the LLC, I teach people how to go and run business credit to be able to monetize their business and money. So I just teach all of that when it comes down to business credit, because a lot of people don't know that you can utilize business credit and you can get a lot of things. People out here driving cars on the business credit. They're living in houses on the business credit.
Just right now, because it's people out here that people that I grew up with, people that's right around the corner from me right now. It's like they have never known about credit. They've never known about trying to start a business. They don't even know what an LLC is, which it took me to go about getting it together to find out myself.
Right.
But we don't have the person to go to figure this out.
Right.
But you are that person.
Right.
So you make sure before you leave here tonight, you let everybody know who you are, where to find you, how to get in touch with you, because I'm quite sure it's a lot of people, brothers, sisters, trying to get to this level, or even, just a piece of it.
Yeah, you know what? I would love to have you under Exit 290 umbrella, because if they come to Exit 290 looking for you, then we can talk business. But that's another story. Let's don't get into that. Anyway, you gonna last an hour on here. I know it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to say this too about you mentioned about the life coach and everything, talking about all that. That's a beautiful thing. But what I want to go back to and about the books. And you wrote one book about your relationships and all that,
right?
And what happened in that in your relationship.
Yes.
And then the next book is how to deal with being single. So apparently that relationship didn't work for you. You done with it.
Yeah.
And I know you happy. I can see it on you. Glowing.
I learned more about myself.
Right. And there's a lot of women out there that would love to, hear your story. So again, please tell them how they can pick up that book.
Okay, at ConsuelaTrammell.com.
Right.
They can also follow me on Facebook, Consuela Trammell, because my website is it links to that, and then Amazon, and then they can Google me.
Can they buy it? Can they buy it from that?
Even if they got in my inbox, I keep some at home as well, and we ship.
You ship it to them.
We ship the same day. I ship the same day.
Oh, that's great, man.
I got my book.
I got one. I got 3 or 4 of them.
I'm gonna get the next book.
Okay.
I promise you. Even though it was, for the women, hey man, I took a whole lot.
Thank you for that. That's good to know.
I really did.
Thank you.
You just don't know how much that book made me put my mind back together from where it was at.
Made you look at yourself, kind of.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
That's
because
good.
I was on some other stuff. I ain't gonna get into me.
Right.
Because this is all about you.
Thank you.
But I appreciate you and your book.
Thank you. I like that feedback.
Yes, Miss Trammell, we, it took a lot for you to come in, to write a book like that.
Right.
So I know you're a strong woman.
Thank you.
Most
definitely.
And I love you, and I'm glad you came.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know you're a mother. You got children. You got grandchildren. You're doing everything. You got so many things going on.
Yes.
But everybody out there wants y'all to know if you want to get to know Miss Trammell and you want to do what she do. She's open her heart.
Business with her.
Yeah, she's opened up her life to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's big. A lot of people won't do that. It takes a lot of courage to just open up their heart and share that kind of information with people. So again, I want to say thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me
so much.
Thank you.
And anything you want to do, we with you.
Thank you.
And we can also put your books in the store.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right over there.
Thank you.
So we'll have a whole section over there just with you, your picture. We can do that.
Thank you.
Most definitely.
We can do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's just a lot about me. I want people to know that they don't know.
Yes, man.
It's a lot about me people don't know, but they get a chance to know.
You keep that. So you got to keep some of the stuff on the cover.
Yeah.
A lot of things that I'm doing behind the scenes.
Exactly. Yeah. When you pull your covers down, you only pull them back so far. You don't pull them all the way out. Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
That's
it. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I want to say too, for everybody out there watching, remember, Exit 290 Live is a podcast.
Yes, sir.
That
platform. Podcast platform.
Yes, sir. And we want anybody out there trying to promote or market their business or whatever you're trying to do. This is the place to be. This is where you want to be to do that. We're going to help you. Help us help you get your business up and growing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Me and Tars, we good people. We want real people in here.
Yes.
And I want to thank Mr. Tyrell Johnson again.
Yes, sir.
For coming through doing what he do.
Every time.
And Bubba over here on the beat.
Bubba
Beats. The track.
He got you.
Anyway,
you need to be recorded. He got you.
He got you. And I'm Tater Red.
I'm Dirty T, man.
Exit 290 Live,
Exit 290 Live, baby. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
We signing out.
Exit 290 Live. We working.